Hey, so you might be wondering what the heck that wheel is on the screen, but let me explain this. So, we are changing things up. I have a bunch of different things on here. We have included in bankruptcy, student loans, late payments, personal information, foreclosure, all these different types of accounts to remove. And we are actually doing a random how to tutorial. All right, so we are going to spin this wheel twice, and I am going to explain to you how to remove whatever option comes up. All right, so pausing right there, real quick. My name is Kristen. I fix credit for a living, and you can get access to a ton of awesome free stuff as well as Letterfy 180 right here at vargasrevolution.vipmembervault.com. The link is going to be in the description, and if you would rather just have me do your file for you, you can actually use this link right here at the bottom of the page where it says book a credit sweep call, and I will see if I can take over your file and do it for you. All right, so moving on, let's go right to the wheel. We're going to do the first spin. Oh, geez. All right, so we have student loan charge off. So let's get out of here and pull up Word. All right, so let's come up with a scenario here. So now, the first thing that we need to understand with student loan charge-offs, and this can just be a student loan that is charged off. It could say that it's transferred. It can say that it's sold. Either way, there is either a balance or not a balance, but you didn't pay it at one time and it got charged off. All right. Now, here is the deal. Please listen very, very carefully. This is going to be the same as disputing a regular charge off. All right. Now, this is what I'm talking about. So, with a regular charge off, you are going down the hierarchy, right? The date last active, date last paid, payment history, the notice of dispute, first date of delinquency, all that kind of stuff, right? So now with student loans, it's very, very important that you target the correct information because they are so difficult to remove that sometimes, a lot of the times, they just can't come off. So if you don't choose the right thing, you are not going to get that sucker off. All right. So when you're looking at the account, be very, 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 very sure to look at the payment history. All right. So normally with student loans, you're going to see, if you go back to the late payments, you'll see that they start with uh, 90 day 90-day late payments, right? So obviously, you know that late payments have to be 30, 60, 90, 120, et cetera, right? So if you see that your late payments start at 90 days and then it goes, 120, so on and so forth, or you have 90, 90, 90, or 120, 120, 120, you obviously know that that is not accurate. Remember, the only things that can be removed from your credit report are those that are inaccurate. Inaccurate. Okay, yes, the FCRA states inaccurate, unverified, and incomplete, right? But Metro 2 only states inaccurate. So we are finding what is inaccurate per the FCRA and Metro 2, and what is actually going to have the biggest impact. And with student loans, it is disputing the whole 90-day late payment issue on there, and we are going to target it, and we're going to say something to the effect of let's just come up with a date. So this account needs to be deleted for inaccuracy because the late payments begin with 90 days late and do not report prior late payments such as 30 or 60 days. It's very, very simple. All right. So you can even put in the dates on here. So the date of shows 90 days late. But as you can see, there are, let's just say, all other payments are on time and paid as agreed. Now, your dispute reason does not have to be that long, but if you want it to, it can be. All right, so just make sure that the computer understands exactly what you're saying. All right, so let's go and spin the wheel again. Here we go. All right. A judgment. Dun-dun-dun, judgment. Okay, so for a judgment, this is actually going to be very, very simple. When you look at your public records, you're going to see things like bankruptcies, you're going to see judgments, you're going to see evictions, and I think I spelled judgments wrong. Evictions, and you're going to see tax liens, right? You might also see some criminal stuff on there as well. We will get to that in a later video, but not right now. So, with judgments, you're going to see a plaintiff, right? Now, back in the day, credit check total used to be the best for this, the best. But as I'm sure you've heard me mention in a couple of videos, credit check total's interface and all the information that they provide changed on like January 4th or January 18th of 2018. And now it is just not a feasible solution, which is why I switched over to Identity IQ. However, when it was, you would see that between all three bureaus, TransUnion would show that, let's just say, zero balance, while the other ones would show a balance of, 1,000 or, whatever, right? So you would be able to get it removed just by showing, quote unquote, proving here, right? So this is obviously a quote unquote proving that this judgment was paid very simply because TransUnion reported a zero balance while the other two bureaus reported, a remaining balance. So that was the easiest way to get judgments removed and even tax liens, right? So with judgments, these are your available options. Now, I will also let you know this does sometimes happen with, other credit monitoring sites, and it's just very simply the way that the information gets pulled from the credit bureaus directly. Okay, so it's not that you actually have a zero balance. It's just a technical error in the way that the account information is extracted from the bureaus. Okay. All right. So this is the way that you do it. You need to look at, just as I mentioned, the plaintiff. You need to look at the dates. You need to look at the reference numbers. You need to look at the balances. You need to look at the court names. Now, if I were to tell you what is going to get it removed in order, it's going to be balance. If I could spell correctly, we have balance, we have date, court name, plaintiff, and reference number. All right, so that is the order of like the hierarchy for, judgments. Okay, so the way that you would dispute this is if it were a balance, you would say, and let's just use the regular formula just for ease of understanding this. So delete this judgment because it was paid, right? So we're not lying, but we're lying. Very simply because that's what the account shows. So it was paid, as you can see. TransUnion shows that I have a zero balance, while the other two bureaus report X and X. Okay, so you are literally giving the entire formula here. You're saying the action, delete this account, right? So this judgment, the justifier, because, and the reason, and the details. It was paid, as you can see. TransUnion reports that I have a zero balance. Okay. Now, if you are going for the date, it's just going to be the same as for a bankruptcy. So obviously, delete this judgment because the filing date or whatever it's called is inaccurate and shows, and then you would just put the dates in. Date on whichever bureau, and then you would do the same for the rest of them, right? So obviously you're not going to put in etc. You're going to put in the details. So just using the regular formula that we went over this previous week, you can go back in my videos to go through that. We are just filling in the details, and you would do the same thing for the court name, because remember, and this is the same thing for a bankruptcy, that the court name has to be the actual legal name of the court. They can't just put, let's just use, I don't know, um, they can't just use a city. They can't just use a state. They cannot just use a type. They cannot do any of that stuff. So if we were talking about a bankruptcy, an example of this would be U.S. bankruptcy court. That is a type of court. It can't say Fed dist. It cannot say U.S. BK dist. It cannot say U.S. BK RPT court. It cannot say U.S. bankruptcy court. If I can spell correctly, yep. It literally has to say U.S. bankruptcy court with the city and the state. All right. So keep this in mind when you are looking at the name of the court. And I was just using a bankruptcy just to make it easier to understand. All right. And then the plaintiff, whether it's a company, whether it's a person, whatever, or whoever it is, you need to make sure that it is listed accurately. You can't have one bureau, stating X, and then you have another bureau that's stating, whatever. It has to be consistent from report to report. Okay. Literally the same name has to be the same name on all three bureaus or however many bureaus it's reporting on. And then obviously a reference number is very, very simple. Obviously it's just a reference number. Okay. So I think I'm going to do a couple of these videos. I'm not too sure yet. If you liked this, all you have to do is obviously hit the like. Let me know you like this. Drop a comment and let me know what you think about this and if there's anything that you want me to add to this wheel. And I'm actually going to bookmark this site so that I can go back and create another wheel. All right. So make sure to let me know if you like this, like I said. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to go to the VIP member vault and get signed up for free with the subscriber hub right here. Everything that goes into there is free. The only thing that's paid on here currently as of this video obviously is Letterfi 180, which actually the monthly edition just launched yesterday. So if you were not able to sign up at the one-time price of $97, then you can get it now for only $15 per month. Like I said, it launched yesterday. And you can do that using the link in the description, thevegasmovement.com/letterfi 180-sign up. So you don't have to remember that. All you have to do is click on the link in the description and click on join now. And if you want the information for it, as well as to check out a video, you can click on this link right here and it'll pull up this page. Just make sure that you don't sign up on this page because, as I mentioned, it's 97 here. All right. And remember, if you need my help and you want me to do this for you, click on this link right here or in the description to book a call with me and I will see if I can take over your file. All right. So I hope you liked this video. If you have questions, post them in the comments and let me know. Or if you have an idea for a future video that you want to learn something or have me show you something or add something to one of these, I might turn this into a series. Let me know. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and share this video with someone. All right. That's it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.